Ultra-processed, foods more dangerous than table sugar, the silent poison we feed our children. Introduction. What are we feeding our children? Before we begin this lecture, I want you to close your eyes for just a moment. Think of your child, or a child you love. Remember the way they smile, the way they trust you completely, the way they eat whatever you place in their hands, believing it is safe. Now ask yourself one honest question. Are we feeding our children food, or are we feeding them a future disease? Most parents never intend to harm their children. We buy biscuits, bread, bakery foods, packaged snacks, thinking, it's okay. Everyone eats this. It's harmless. But science tells us something painful. Many of today's children are developing fatty liver without alcohol, insulin resistance without diabetes, inflammation without infection, anxiety without trauma, and the cause is not fate. It is not genes. It is not bad luck. It is what we are feeding them every day. Ultra-processed foods do not scream danger. They whisper comfort. They come in bright packets. They promise energy, taste, happiness, convenience. But inside those packets is a silent reprogramming of the child's brain, gut, hormones, metabolism, immune system. Children cannot read labels. They cannot understand marketing. They cannot protect themselves. They depend entirely on us. Ignorance here is not innocent. Ignorance is dangerous. This lecture is not to blame parents. It is to protect children. Because once childhood metabolism is damaged, no medicine can fully restore what was lost. Today, let us speak the truth, not to scare, but to awaken. Because protecting children's health is not a lifestyle choice. It is a moral responsibility. Part 1. What are ultra-processed foods, UPFs? Ultra-processed foods are industrial formulations, not real foods. They are made using refined flours, refined sugars, industrial seed oils, emulsifiers, preservatives, artificial flavors and colors, texture enhancers, additives never used in home kitchens. If a food cannot be prepared in your home kitchen using simple ingredients, it is likely ultra-processed. Common ultra-processed foods, very important. Many people are shocked to learn that the following are UPFs: packaged biscuits and cookies, bakery bread, white and brown, cakes, pastries, puffs, packaged chapati, puri, paratha, breakfast cereals, instant noodles, packaged snacks, chips, namkeen, flavored milk, malt drinks, packaged fruit juices, ready-to-eat foods, school lunchbox snacks. Even brown bread, multi-grain biscuits, and low-fat products are often ultra-processed. To Part 2, why ultra-processed foods are more dangerous than sugar harms metabolism. But UPFs attack the body on multiple levels simultaneously. They contain sugar, often hidden, refined carbohydrates, damaging fats, chemical additives, texture agents that increase overeating. UPFs are engineered, not cooked. Part 3. What ultra-processed foods do to the body. Science. 1. Cause extreme glucose and insulin spikes. Refined carbs plus sugar equals rapid blood sugar rise. Repeated insulin overload. Early insulin resistance. Even in children. Children today are developing pre-diabetes-like metabolism silently. 2. Destroy gut health from childhood UPFs. Kill beneficial gut bacteria, feed harmful microbes, damage gut lining, leaky gut, increase inflammation. A damaged gut in childhood leads to poor immunity, allergies, asthma, autoimmune tendencies, behavioral issues. Gut health built in childhood determines adult health. 3. Hijack the brain. Addiction science. UPFs are designed to maximize pleasure, minimize satiety, encourage overeating. They stimulate dopamine reward pathways, cravings, emotional eating, loss of appetite control. Children exposed early develop sugar and junk addiction, poor impulse control, mood swings, reduced attention span. And 4. Cause chronic inflammation, UPFs. Activate inflammatory pathways, NF-QB. Increase oxidative stress, damage mitochondria. Chronic inflammation is the root of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, PCOS, fatty liver, mental health disorders. 5. Disrupt hormones, endocrine disruption. Additives and packaging chemicals interfere with insulin, leptin, satiety hormone, thyroid hormones, reproductive hormones. This contributes to childhood obesity, early puberty, PCOS, fertility issues later in life. Part 4. Effects start from childhood. Critical. Early exposure to UPFs. Programs taste buds to crave extreme sweetness and saltiness. Reduces acceptance of natural foods, alters brain development, increases risk of lifelong addiction. A child fed UPFs is not enjoying food. Their biology is being trained toward disease. Part 5. Dangerous myths we must break. Cookies and biscuits are harmless snacks. They are sugar, plus refined flour, plus industrial fat, plus chemicals. Bread and bakery foods are staple foods. Modern bakery bread is not traditional bread. Puri, packaged chapati, paratha are normal. Packaged versions often contain preservatives, refined oils, emulsifiers. Children need energy foods. Children need nutrients, not glucose spikes. Part 6. What should we feed growing children? Very important. Real, minimally processed foods. Home-cooked meals, rice, millets, whole grains, traditional, eggs, milk, curd, homemade paneer, vegetables, fruits, whole, not juice, nuts and seeds, age-appropriate, fermented foods, healthy snack ideas, fruits with nuts, boiled eggs, roasted chana, homemade snacks, curd with fruits. Children do not need packaged snacks. They need consistent real food exposure. Part 7. Parents, ignorance is not innocent. Children do not choose what they eat. Parents do. Marketing is powerful. Convenience is tempting. But biology is unforgiving. What we feed children today becomes their metabolism tomorrow, their disease risk later, their mental health future. There is no medicine that can undo years of ultra-processed food exposure. The core principle, please remember this. Children do not need packaged food. They need real food, repeatedly, patiently, lovingly. Taste habits are trained, not inherited. Why childhood? Food choices matter. What children eat daily shapes. Brain development, gut microbiome, immunity, hormonal balance, metabolism, emotional regulation, disease risk later in life. Early food exposure programs, lifelong health. Foods to avoid or strictly limit, very important. These foods damage gut health, metabolism, and brain development when eaten regularly. Ultra-processed foods, packaged biscuits and cookies, cakes, pastries, bakery items, packaged bread, white, brown, multigrain, instant noodles, packaged chips, namkeen, breakfast cereals, packaged chapati, puri, paratha, ready-to-eat foods, sugary foods and drinks, sugar, jaggery sweets, chocolates, candies, soft drinks, packaged fruit juices, artificial additives, artificial colors, artificial flavors, artificial sweeteners, flavored milk drinks. Foods to encourage daily, foundation foods, staple foods, home-cooked, rice, traditional varieties, millets, ragi, jowar, bajra, whole wheat chapati, homemade, traditional regional foods, cooked at home, controlled ingredients. Protein for growth and brain, eggs, excellent brain food, milk, boiled, curd, yogurt, homemade paneer, fish, if culturally acceptable, dal and legumes, well cooked. Protein reduces sugar cravings naturally. The vegetables, non-negotiable. Green leafy vegetables, seasonal vegetables. Root vegetables, moderation. Vegetables feed gut bacteria and immunity. Fruits, whole, not juice. Seasonal fruits, local fruits. Always whole, never juice. Fruit juice equals sugar spike without fiber. Healthy fats and snacks, ground nuts, coconut, sesame, pumpkin seeds, soaked almonds, age appropriate, homemade snacks. Fermented foods, very important. Curd, buttermilk, traditional fermented foods. Fermented foods build gut immunity. How to structure a child's day, practical breakfast, eggs plus vegetables, curd plus fruit. Traditional breakfast, idli dosa, homemade. Avoid cereals, biscuits, bread. School lunchbox, home-cooked rice, chapati, vegetable preparation, protein, egg, paneer, dal, fruit. Avoid bakery items and packaged snacks. Evening snack, fruit plus nuts, boiled eggs, roasted chana, homemade snacks. Avoid biscuits and chips. Dinner, simple home-cooked food. Vegetables plus protein, light and early. Important parenting truths. Children will resist initially. This is normal taste buds reset in 2 to 3 weeks. Do not bribe with junk food. Be consistent, not perfect. Parents must model behavior. Children eat what they see, not what they are told. Common myths to break. Children won't eat without biscuits. Hunger is the best teacher. Healthy food is boring. Ultra-processed food has hijacked taste buds. Occasional junk doesn't matter. Occasional becomes habitual very quickly. Final message for parents. You cannot control the environment, advertisements, peer pressure. But you can control what enters your home. A child fed real food thinks better, learns better, behaves better, falls sick less often, grows into a healthier adult. Health is not built by supplements. It is built 3 times a day in the kitchen. They trust us with their life. Our children do not choose their food. They choose us. They trust us completely, with their safety, with their growth, with their future. When a child eats a biscuit, a bakery snack, packaged bread, or a colorful-looking treat, they are not making a choice. We are making that choice for them. A child does not understand. Insulin resistance, gut inflammation, hormone disruption, fatty liver, brain chemistry, future disease. But their body records everything. Every packet opened today writes a line in their future health story. And the most painful truth is this. No child ever says, I want diabetes. No child ever says, I want anxiety, obesity, PCOS, heart disease. Yet many of these begin silently in childhood, not because parents don't love their children, but because no one warned them clearly enough. This is not about perfection. This is about protection. You don't need expensive food. You don't need imported superfoods. You don't need supplements. You only need one decision: to stop feeding food that was never meant for a human body. Your child's gut, brain, hormones, and metabolism are being built right now. Not in hospitals, not in the future, but at home, every single day. One day, your child may forget what toys you bought, what phone you used, what marks they scored, but their body will never forget how you fed them. Protect their childhood today, and you protect their entire life. Because there is no greater responsibility and no greater act of love than feeding a child real food. Before we end, remember this. Your child's body is being built every single day, not by doctors, not by medicines, but by what you place on their plate. Children don't choose biscuits, bakery foods, or packaged snacks. We choose them. And their body records that choice silently, in the gut, in the brain, in the hormones, in the future. You don't need expensive foods to protect your child. You only need the courage to say no to what harms and yes to what heals. One day, your child may forget what toys you bought them, but their body will never forget how you fed them. Protect their childhood health today, and you protect their entire life. So let us promise to our children for the future of our children and our planet Earth, a promise to our children. Today, with awareness and responsibility, we make this commitment to our children. We will no longer feed them food that harms their gut, brain, hormones, or future. We will choose real food over packaged food, home-cooked meals over convenience, and health over habit. We understand that our children trust us completely, and we will honor that trust with every meal we serve. We accept that change may not be easy, but we also know that disease is far harder. We commit to learning, improving, and setting an example, not for perfection, but for protection. From today, we choose to nourish our children, not just to fill their stomachs, but to build strong bodies, clear minds, and healthy lives. This is our promise. This is our responsibility. This is our love. Thank you. Holistic Wellness Foundation, IMFAL, Healing Beyond Boundaries.